This is the limit of the corporation. Vote for mental health replacement. We swear, it's not a new tax. It's just a new fee, yeah. My name is Will Buchanan, and I'm walking all the way across the country to New Hampshire in search of more freedom on a project called the Walk for Liberty. It's October 26th, 2008, day 172. Another cool name for a street. Last night, I installed an update to the Pinnacle Studio video editing software we use onto Brooke's computer. Since she's been the one who's been editing most of the videos recently. Previously, to create the initial project file for a video on her computer, it would take about 20 minutes. However, she reported to me this morning that after the update, creating the project only takes about 2 minutes. This update had actually been out for a while. But instead of complaining that she could have been saving so much time if it had been installed earlier, she was happy to have it now so that she could save time on an ongoing basis. When I was thinking about that this morning, it struck me that that's a glass is half full type of attitude. When I was very young, I remember someone pouring water halfway up a glass and then asking me, well, is the glass half empty or is it half full? The point being that for any particular situation, you can always perceive it in either a negative light or a positive light. That illustration happened for me when I was so young that for a long time I just thought of that expression as a cliche and never realized that it could actually be used as a basis for your attitude toward life. Maybe it really is true that everything you need to know in life you learned in kindergarten. One thing I really like about the glass is half full philosophy is that it helps you to focus upon the present. If you have a glass is half empty mentality, then you might think things such as, oh, if I had only done this, then things would be so much better now. Or, I just wish that A had happened in my life rather than B. With that attitude, you're very much focused on the past. Whereas, if you see the glass as half full, then you're concentrating on what you have right here, right now, in the present. And appreciating what you do have in the present helps you to look forward into the future rather than dwelling on the past. Now, just because you see the glass as half full doesn't mean you're more likely to be content with what you have and to not move forward. All it means is that you do appreciate what you have right now, which is a much better stepping stone to moving on into the future than being discontent about the present and wishing instead you were in the past. As one modern example, some liberty-oriented people might notice how the government seems to grow every day, and that it's apparently becoming more socialist and more fascist at the same time. They might become so disenchanted with their thinking that they believe nothing can be done to stop the growth of the government. I, however, choose to see the legion of people who Ron Paul helped to awaken from their apathy, and who now realize that there are others out there who care about achieving more personal and economic freedom, and who are now continuing to work through the Campaign for Liberty. I choose to see the growing army of liberty lovers that downsized DC is building. An army that one day will be so large, Congress won't be able to ignore it. And I also choose to see that more and more liberty activists, including myself, are moving to New Hampshire as part of the Free State Project to work toward achieving true liberty in New Hampshire on both the state and local level. I see the future of the liberty movement as very bright indeed. How about you? Do you see the glass as half empty or half full? I walked 20.1 miles for liberty today. Here are my GPS coordinates. If you do any of your shopping online, please consider purchasing from amazon.walkforliberty.com, and the Walk for Liberty will receive a percentage of your purchase price. Again, that's amazon.walkforliberty.com. This is Will Buchanan, signing off. Oh no, the stop sign has a tumor. Ah, so that's how they can keep putting down so much food.